Hey, what's happening, everybody? How you doing? How you doing? Let me see what's going on. What's up, Christina? What's up, Josh? Um, Josh, thanks for joining the morning today. But I forgot to tell you that when I saw you in Gig Wars the other day, I didn't even know that was you, Josh. Because there's a few Joshes who float about because you took the B off, and then I haven't even looked at what this new thing is, but forever you were just a default J, you know. And so I was like, this gotta be something different. But I can't remember exactly where it was, but you said a comment. I think it was in Red Stream, and I was like, oh, it's Josh B. What's up? What's up, Steelen? What's up, Sean? How you doing? Um, so today, hopefully, Red's gonna join us. She did text me back because Josh is concerned. And Josh is concerned, rightfully so. We need to help Red. We need to tell her why. Oh, that's my sneaker. Oh, okay. So Josh, if you do you have a what do you have, like an eBay or an Etsy? What do you do for your sneaker reselling? Um because if you I'm just saying because I wanted to let you know if you wanted to post it in here, go ahead, man. Please. And then if anybody wants to buy, I know Josh is all about like cool kicks. So if you're looking for some cool tennis shoes or whatever, he's Josh your man. I don't know. I shouldn't say that, but at least I know he cares about cool kicks. I don't know what he can do for you. If he can post it in there. But thank you guys for joining. So let me switch over to, for some reason, I'm not getting a good volume in here. Hello. Okay. Okay, so okay. eBay, Facebook Marketplace, Instagram. Yeah, I don't know. Whichever, do you have like a and if you don't, Josh, you should actually you should create a link tree. Make a link tree. Gosh, what is it? Linktree dot ee or I can't remember, but if you just Google Linktree, make a link tree to all three of those and only always hand out the Linktree link because then it'll show three buttons: eBay, Facebook Market, and Instagram. And that way people can choose whichever one I only do Instagram. Oh, I love eBay. And that way you give them out one Linktree address. It's pretty cool. It's free. And it's really clean. It's just one single page, no scrolling. It'll just show the three options when they get there. It'll say, like hi, whatever, and it's like which platform do you want? But yeah, if you want to post any of the links, just make sure you let people know this is, just don't post a link. Just say kick ass sneaker sales or whatever, kick butt sneaker sales. I don't know. But what's up, guys? So we got a few things. One of the things is I am on a new last mile app, and I've talked about it before. In fact, I've had the CEO on here before when they were just starting up, and they're actually they've been moving markets. I always feel like so like Kay, he's in Atlanta, and so if I feel like Atlanta and Denver really sync up when something launches, especially in the last mile space. Like it's almost like if I hear about something being in Atlanta, I look here right away in case I didn't see or hear about it. And I feel like it launches here like the same time, if not very close. So it launched in Atlanta a while back, and we'll get to that because I haven't taken any yet, but I'm excited. And the onboarding process was a little different, but I actually liked it, and I think a lot of the apps can learn from this. So I'm gonna go through a few things. I'll put a link up after that, and hopefully Red will be here and she'll join in. Otherwise, Josh will, and we will speak directly to Red about what she needs to do. And the rest of you, if you're a little confused what we're talking about, we have a friend who is on Curri, and as many of you know, Curri is a great app to be on, but it's a difficult app to get on, especially if you don't have a box truck, a cargo van, or a sprinter van, or something like that. At least now, I've been with Curri for 2 years. I was telling people 2 years ago to get on it, and some did. I mean, I always mention my friend Dana. He works in Boston and he's a driver's ed instructor. So he would actually be on this more often if it wasn't this time of day. But I'm gonna see if like there's got because I've done other pieces about legislation with Dana too. He's actually him and I sync up on a lot of things. So, but yeah, I'd love to get him on a couple last miles because Dana's kind of sees like he drives a Prius in Boston and he kind of sees like the volume and type of orders that I see. So when you guys are like, you just live in a killer market. Well, so does he, and he drives a Prius. So, and he's been doing it almost as long as me, about almost 2 years on Curry. So, um, yeah, I should do that. Yeah, Josh, literally, I'm not even kidding. Like, open a tab, you can do it in 2 minutes. While we're doing this, you'll be able to post the link tree in here. That's how quick it is. I'm not kidding. Like I would doubt, I would challenge that it takes you longer than 5 minutes. Set it up. So easy. Okay, so here we because the other thing too, I know we got to move on, guys, but the other thing to Josh is that I got to tell you, like sometimes people might run across you, and I know about this happening not just in gig space, but for other things too. Some of you might run across you on Facebook Marketplace, but they've had a bad experience on there, or they see you on Instagram, they like it, but they have never used Instagram to do this kind of stuff. But maybe in both situations, they've used eBay. So they even if it's on Instagram and they click the link tree, they'll see, oh, eBay. You put that one at the top and it's like, oh, that's what I prefer. Cool, he's on eBay. So you'll even pick up people from Facebook and Instagram to eBay, or even eBay and Instagram to Facebook, whatever, because whatever people prefer to do these transactions on, if they see it on a different platform, they'd prefer to go to their preference. So just my 2 cents. But okay, guys, let's talk about a few Curry things here first. So, first of all, the waiting list. I got to tell you guys. Let me see. Well, no, I'm going to show it to Tony too because let me see if I can pull it up. There's a what was it on too? It was on one of my Curries. I think it was a Curry Live or something. Somebody posted a comment that that let me see, where was it? Somebody posted a comment that they got onboarded to Denver, and I want to mention this because I want to if this person is out there and sees this, we had a good like back and forth on we had a good back and forth on this on the thread on the comment he left, and it's important because there's I'm sorry, guys. It's just I think it's important. I should have had this ready. But I think that it's important because he got on in a month. Like Tony the Driven Dad, I've been fighting for him, um, and to get on, and he's been on the waiting list over a year. So I'm going to be asking Alice, but I'm trying to get an answer out of this guy first. Gosh, I can't figure out which one it was. It was a last mile for sure. Maybe it was this one. If it wasn't, I won't. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. So, okay. The person is, or their handle is Jake, JAKEBORKOW 2277. And he commented on my Saturday Curry run and said, signed up yesterday and did my first run at Sherman-Williams. Thanks for this info. And I responded, you mean you were activated yesterday, question mark, not signed up yesterday, question mark. He responded, correct. I had a few I's to dot and T's to cross, but yeah. And again, I replied and I said, I just mean in almost every market, the wait list is 6 months plus, unless you have a cargo sprinter van, box truck, or larger. He responded, I think I was waitlisted for less than a month with a Mazda 3 hatchback. And I responded, that is awesome. What market are you in? And on on that live stream, if you saw it on Saturday, I ended up taking an auto part to my auto mechanic, oddly, just ended up being that. I've never really done auto parts with Curry. I was surprised. And so what he did is he commented back and he said, "Well, we share the same mechanic," out laughing out loud. So I said, "Really small world." And he said, and then I responded again. I said, "You got off the Denver Curry wait list in a month, and I'm still waiting for a reply back on that one." I don't know. I didn't even look at the account yet, but I thought it very odd because if that's the case, somehow maybe people who have been on the wait list too long are actually not. I mean, Josh knows this. Curry's always fixing things, so it's not a negative thing, but maybe it's something I need to bring to their attention. Like, why? Again, this. I mean, I don't know this person. I would hope that this is true, but I'm at least gonna. I was hoping he'd reply so that I could ask Curry, like, wait, why did he get off with a Mazda hatchback when Tony's been trying for a year? So, and other people, and not just. I mean, other people across the country, but but yeah, I mean, here in Denver, I know a lot of people. Okay, so Derek, wait a minute. So your friend got off in a month or 2 as well. I remember you talking about your friend. So wait, what does your friend drive though? Is it a Mazda 3 hatchback or that size? Yeah, right. I know. And by the way, Josh, though I I'm gonna give myself a little pat on the back because you know what? Those guys have given me major credit for this causing this catastrophe. They're like, "Dude, you brought a ton of people." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I did." I mean, I've been displaying, showing, proud, happy that a company like you exists. Volvo hatchback. So yeah, why would he have gone on before Tony? Again, dude, I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble. I just want Curry to know, hey, you have people waitlisted for a year that should. I mean, I don't know, like and again, like sometimes it's just a little glitch. Sometimes that's all it is. Like Tim Gigwise in St. Louis was having a glitch. We got him on Curry, and then he did the 90 days, which is why I'm hoping Red shows up because he went 90 days without taking one. And then Curry started picking up in his market and there was better offers. So he was like, wait, I screwed it up. Now I'm not, for some reason, I got deactivated. I'm like, you got soft deactivated. You can email reactivation at curri.com. If you haven't done a Curry in 90 days, they will deactivate you, but it's not deactivated. It means it's soft because all you have to do is email and say, "Hey, can you turn me back on? Sorry, I didn't take one." And they'll turn you back on. They just don't want to be sending I've always said there's a cost behind data, and there is. They don't want to be sending data out to person X's phone if they haven't taken one in 3 months and they're not going to take one for another 9, 12, 15, maybe never. Then they're like, "Well, dude, let's until they contact us, let's stop sending the data there." Because it does cost money. You guys probably I'm sure you know that. Um, so Sean's saying, I think it has been maybe 5 or 6 months for me on the list with the Durang. I know. And with you, Sean, I hope that I think we've talked about this, but I hope that you've reached out to the team, just general email, not through me or anything like that, and just said, "Hey, um, did you guys miss that I have a trailer too?" Because I'm kind of shocked by that. I got to tell you, I'm kind of shocked. Maybe they have a friend with the Curry team. I doubt it because I would know. And I'm not trying to be cocky, but I would know. Um, I got to be honest. There's really like no. It was these streams that got the Curry team to pull some people off the list, and it was my connections with Alice and Savak and some of the other people, who are higher up, including Matt Lafferty, CEO, where there was a little leeway given, to try and help populate good drivers that were in these lives that were learning about it. So they were coming in, and there was an episode. It wasn't an episode of Last Mile, but there was a live Curry thing I did way back. Um, and there was a few in a row where the Curry team was coming in and taking off people. Even some of the live ride-alongs I do, that in the mornings they'd do it. You never knew. That's how Josh got taken off. I believe Josh came in, and I believe Alice took him off because he just asked. But if you guys aren't familiar, there was a person that came in the chat. I wasn't paying a lot of attention to the chat. It was one of the times. It was one of the times that I was. I can't remember if other people were on it too or what, but I had the comments closed because they were moving pretty quick, and there was 3 people from the Curry team in there, and it was going great. So I stopped watching, but there was one person who kind of screwed it up and offended the Curry team some. And I mean, they're thick-skinned, they're adults, they can handle it, but they're like, if this is gonna I mean, look, I didn't know it was happening. Um, Hannibal tried to stop it. He was in there, and I thank you to Hannibal, but, there was only so much he could do because, as Gary says, I give away way too many mod wrenches. So, sadly, the person had a mod wrench. Like, Curry had his mod wrenches too, but this person has a mod wrench, so he couldn't be timed out. Um, but it was an incident, and it sucked because that's when they stopped coming in. At the same time, they do still watch, and they do still, like, occasionally, like, they might say, "Hey, we're pulling new clients to this market." And that might not mean that I can help people in that market, but I can tell them to watch for onboarding. Because, I mean, like, we add national clients all the time. There's been, we have US Electric, we have, the plumbing, we clearly have Sherman-Williams. I don't know if you guys have seen Sherman-Williams exploding lately, but Sherman-Williams was 95% about of my Curry work until about 2 months ago, and then it became about 80%. And then they're on top of the electric, or on top of the plumbing, because I don't get a lot of electric, but on top of the plumbing started coming in some really odd stuff. And I'm still waiting for the HVAC app company because they're going to be launching on the Curry platform next month, I believe. And that's nationwide. And then there's a couple other nationwides that are coming on. What does that mean? That means a lot more offers and some more onboarding. So again, if you think you're too far back, and I will get to the Curry team about this because they are all the time looking for, wait, what happened? And then when I explain it, they actually really they care because they know I care and we care about the community. They don't want to see. I mean, I can tell you right now that if when I talk to Alice and tell her, hey, there's people getting on the Denver Curry platform that are skipping people who have been on for a year. Because I know not just Tony, I know others who have been on for a year. So maybe there's just a problem. Maybe somehow anything older than a certain time isn't even being looked at. I don't know, but it's probably something correctable. And if not, maybe that could help get them on the platform. So let me get with her, and before I say anything, but from what I'm hearing from Derek and this other person again, I don't know, but I do know Derek enough to know that he's going to tell me the truth. So, um, yeah. So, okay. So yeah. I mean, and again, guys, until just recently, this isn't uncommon. I'm just saying there seems to be some people coming off waitlist here in Denver, my market, so I can speak on this, where they're like, yeah, but I was on it for a month. I'm like, what? I'm like, so you have a box truck or a Sprinter van? They're like, no, no, just applied and got off it. And I'm like, this can't be right. So something's going on. Let's get to the bottom of it. I will hit those guys up for sure. They love good input. Speaking of Curry, they will be at the August 5th event. So anybody coming to GigCon / the town hall, which is growing by the minute, make sure that you are at the town hall, because Curri will be there and Alice will be there. And so if you're here in Colorado, I know there's some in here. I know there's some who maybe wanted to get off the list. I know Tony, I'm gonna be the first one to introduce. So Alice, when you watch this, you will be meeting Tony in I don't know, what is it? Wednesday? So like 23 days. That's how close it's coming, you guys. So, and if you can't make it, watch the live stream. But I will introduce everybody to the Curri team. They're going to have 3 or 4 people here. I don't think Matt will be here, but yeah, everybody on the Curri team is fun and cool. So it doesn't really matter. Alice will be here, and she is growth and marketing. So she has that pull. So, and Savak does as well. So if you guys ever see Savak or Alice in here, don't annoy them. If you see Curri Alice or Curri Savak and they'll have a mod handle, don't annoy them. Don't be like, hey, get me out the way. That's the first thing they'll be like, stop. But interact with them. Be like, hey, you can even say things like, hey, I'm in this market. What, what do I got to do to get on? Or, I put my name in a while ago. And in a nice way, and just say, like, hey, how long does it usually take to onboard? Little hints. Be subtle. Don't be rude, which is what happened on the one stream. And I won't tell you guys which one it is. You guys can go dig back. It's not a last mile. That's all I'll tell you. It was way before that. All of my info is on the app. Yeah, I know, but so here's something for sure. Sean, is that so did you ever make a change? Like adding the trailer? Like, did you put the Dodge on when you applied and then you said, wait a minute, I have a trailer too, and add that and make a change in the profile? Because for some reason, and I don't know what this is, and I've already mentioned it to them, they're aware of it. If you do, like if you added the Dodge and then you added the trailer and you're on the wait list, it's not going to change the status. It's just going to show the Dodge. So that's something we need to connect you to them with. And actually, if that's the case, let me know because I can connect you with Alice, which might be beneficial too because it might help you. But if you did add it, then she would want to talk to you and might help you out. You know what I mean? Exactly. um, for sure not. Okay, so yeah, Joe said maybe they have a friend on the Curri team, and Derek said for sure not, or for sure not with my friend's case. Yeah, again, I don't. There was nobody else that Curri works with that they do this with. And Curri and I had a very cool. I mean, it's still awesome, but it's not. Like I'm very much Pair Works. And I support a ton of people. Thursday stream supports Middleton. I mean, I support all the good people, but even people I've worked with in the past, I still give them plugs here and there. Like you guys hear me when I'm doing my ride-alongs, and Display Ride says, this is Display Ride, just checking in and letting you know this is being recorded. It's in case you have rides share passengers or whatever. It's not annoying. It's uploading to the cloud, so if they grab it and run, and the camera's free, you just pay for monthly services, and it does full telematics now. I got to tell you guys, I'm getting on a call with the guy today, oddly, because he just emailed me and said that he was like, hey, Steve, we haven't caught up in a while because he gives me a free one. Again, the cameras are free, but then they have a monthly plan. They'll give you a couple months for free, I think, too. But if you return the camera, even though you do a year contract, if you do a couple months free and you do you return the camera in good shape, then they stop charging and they'll let you out of your contract. He's a good guy. But the telematics is pretty awesome. It actually is, the way they do it is amazing, and he's kind of cutting edge. The guy Abdul is very smart. He does so the way he does it, if you're not familiar with telematics, it's like a driving score. It tells how hard you're hitting your brakes, how you come to stops and stuff like this. but because it's through Abdul's device, it the info only comes to you. It's not really for use of anybody else. It's for your knowledge, but you can see your telematics score, and fairly soon, in fact, Display Ride will be one of the first to be working with them. Fairly soon, State Farm is integrating telematics from Display Ride into their platform. So if you've had a bad quote or whatever, they're going to take the telematics score, which could save you hundreds of dollars on a quote. Because if you're driving above like a 90 and they're like, well, we see you had a couple speeding tickets, so here's your quote. And now once they start taking telematics, they're not going to care as much about the speeding because they're going to care more, hey, in the last, because really it's more about real time and most recent time. So they'll be like, how's he done in the last 3 months? You know, your driving record goes back, how it depends on the state, but ours goes back like 10 years or 7 years that it shows on your driving record. This way, they're only looking at the last 3 months, and they're actually getting real info on how you drive. He drives to, you know, and it doesn't say things like this, but the telematics gives you like things, and it says, you know, like you'll get scores on braking, like you're braking too hard at the lights. Or Steve, can't Curry see who opens the app when you get an offer alert? What do you mean? Like if I get an alert right now, like if I get an offer right now, drops down and I hit it and it launches Curry and takes me to this to the home screen where it says cancel or view. I hit view and I'm looking at it. Um are you asking me if Curry can see me then? Like if that I'm on it looking at it? The only time that, because that's not really the case. I mean, to be honest, I think Josh, you do the same thing as me. We both leave our um location service is always on. I hate doing this. I told Curry when they started, I hate doing this, but I do it with Curry because like the Vegas offer and the Nashville thing I'm going to talk about here and other things do come through sometimes at night. You really want to have it on. Even if you wake up in the morning early, you might be the first to see it and say, "Oh, yeah." But if like, you know, because you just hit active, I hit location services all the time. I hit drop down and I leave it on 24/7, 365, even holidays, because, you know, sometimes it's a scheduled for the next day and a day after a holiday can pay a lot, especially for a long run or something. So there's really no reason. And that way you don't need to run the app in the background either. Like I never have Curry running unless I'm on it. So, but even when it's not running, because I leave location services on, they can always tell where I am, but they can't tell that you're looking at an order once it's like in the request queue. But you know, when they send it through, Josh, and it's got a little timer, and I can't remember what it starts with, 15 seconds, and it counts down, it's green, it says claim. And then around like 7 seconds, it goes to red and it says claim. If you get that, they know it's just you for that time. If you hit claim, you get it. There's no throwing it in the mix to see who gets it. You get it. Uh, yes, I hate the always on as well. And recently, Para is wearing me out about turning it on all the time. Okay, so wait, what am I missing here? Signed up for Para Works, but no jobs around my area. Hopefully soon. Oh, there absolutely will be. In fact, you guys, we're working like okay. I think if you guys missed this, since like I'm kind of like taking lead on Paraworks these days with Chan, of course, but Chan's on kind of both ends. And Jimmy's doing the testing of the pharmacy delivery in Hagerstown, Maryland. So team's a little spread. But David is working on landing a huge client, one that would be a game changer for Paraworks. And you guys, I will say this, you all know this company by name. I don't know if you've worked it or not, but it's not even like one of these drop off or those kind of things where you might know the name. I'm telling you, we all know this by name. It would be amazing. It would actually make us a threat to other last miles. Um, especially like right now, what Jimmy's doing is testing the pharmacy space and the catering space. This would hit on more like a Amazon Flex type block delivery thing. So it wouldn't be like a Curry, but it would be another way. And the way we would want to do it if this happens is kind of how Uber started, and be like, David said I was okay to say this, so I'm gonna say it. You guys know that we don't take money in at Paraworks, and we've always, even I tell David, we need to, we need to, or at Para, but so at Paraworks though, we are now, and hold off for a minute, but here's the thing. My theory and my pitch for Paraworks, now that I'm kind of taking lead and we've seen 300% more orders in the last 7 weeks. So I'm crushing it. um, but is that it's 90% driver, 10% Paraworks forever. Just a straight percentage, no BS. You see the offer, we see the offer. First thing with Para is complete transparency. So there's the offer. Sweet. We should all see it. And basically, you'll just even see a line item, 10% platform fee. That's it. To me, more than fair. So if you get a $50, offer, you're going to get 45. Para's going to take 5. Right now, DoorDash, Uber, they often they take more than 50% on the threshold, just to put it into perspective. And often with Uber, even sadly, I know this almost doesn't even sound true, but sadly, there's cases where Uber even takes up to 80% and leaves the driver 20. Oh, I see Red showed. Red, did you hear us talking about you? Were your ears ringing? I'm going to put a link in here in just a second, but oh, excuse me. So, you guys, if you noticed, I did 2 live streams over the weekend for Curri. I'll never do those. I usually do one on a Monday morning, maybe a Friday morning, but I don't do weekend ones because I don't take them. Usually I'm doing 13 minutes, and then I try and take a little more downtime or catch up on anything Para that needs to before the start of the week. Para works. But I saw some Curries this weekend. And normally if I see one on a weekend, it's a long one. Like that's when I saw the Vegas one I took. So, and Saturday I took a great one. Sunday I took 2 pretty good ones. But Saturday morning when I woke up, okay, this is what happened. I was pissed. But hey, things happen for a reason, right? Saturday morning when I woke up, I saw in my alerts, and I have been so exhausted. I'm sure that you guys have heard on other maybe community posts or in other lives that I've done, but this has been like a little trifecta of things going on in this order. So first, last week, David's mom, David Pickerel, CEO of Para, David's mom was admitted to the hospital, and it's important that David be there. I don't want to give any more details. But so David had to fly home to Hong Kong. So David is in Hong Kong right now. His mom's surgery is Friday, and let's see, Hong Kong is 14 hours in front of Colorado. It's 1:35 here. So it is now Thursday morning at 5:35 in Hong Kong. His mom's surgery is 6 a.m. It's 24 and a half hours from now. So prayers to David's mom. Hope all the best, and he'll be back in about a week or so. And then the same week, Marissa's dad had to go into the hospital, and they found out he needed to have open heart surgery. He had some issues. It was supposed to be the surgery on Friday. I don't want to give away too much because it's moving on now. Everything's a little better. But Marissa's, it was supposed to be Friday. They had to close up some things, and then it had to be wait till Monday. There were some complications, but I feel like there always are with this stuff, even as far as it's come. But now he's awake. He has eaten. His heart restarted when they pulled him off the bypass. and what else? And he woke up yesterday and was breathing on his own, and today he was eating and sitting up, and later today already, because I guess this is very important after that, he's still hooked up to all the tubes. If you're not familiar, that's still that kind of you're kind of hooked up like that for a little bit. But he has to be able to stand and walk with a walker, clearly with, people helping him and stuff. But I guess it's very important to do that very quickly. So they're going to be trying that this evening. So prayers to that. But everything seems to be going a lot better, but it's been a lot of ups and downs. And then the last one, if you guys didn't catch it, was Tom Kelly. Tom Kelly caught pneumonia. Um, uh, Things felt a lot worse a couple days ago. Tom came in the morning stream today and said he was at home. He still has over 100-degree temperature and he's not doing great, but he's at home. He's recovering. And I know Tom has a great wife and she will take care of him. So I'm feeling a lot better about all of them across the board. And David's mom will know on tomorrow, and then hopefully more on Marissa's dad, and hopefully maybe all three come around, because it felt like it always was a lot of weight on me. But anyway, those three were great. But what also happened is Saturday, because I've been so exhausted, I literally been getting like 3 hours of sleep a night between work and just everything going on and stresses. And somehow I slept through the alert on Saturday. Again, I was probably thinking too, it's Saturday, might have even turned my ringer off, which, I don't even know why I would have. Maybe just out of pure exhaustion. I really can't remember. But I woke up and I saw, when I hit my screen, it said 40 minutes ago. And there was a Curri offer. And I was like, okay, wait, what's this? And this is before the Saturday one I took. I opened it up. It was from 40 minutes ago. It was taken, but it was Denver to Nashville, or Denver to a town west of Nashville. So closer to Denver. The total distance was 988 miles. The offer was $2,750. Would you have done it? Hit it in the chat. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Would you have done it? So Denver to heading towards Nashville, but Nashville's really like 1,080 miles. So it's like another 100 miles, maybe. So this is just some town shy of Nashville or something, which is probably in between Nashville and Memphis. But Denver to Nashville, I was going to take it. I got to tell you guys, I was pissed. And you know how when something's claimed in Curri, you can hit I'm interested. I was like pounding I'm interested because I wanted that thing, man. I was just going to get a hotel in Nashville and spend the night and then come right back and make $2,500, maybe probably less with gas and stuff like that. Hey, what's up, Pedro? What's up, Ceci? Red, I'm gonna put a link in there in a minute because you're gonna come on here and explain to me why we got you on Curri and you have not taken one. Josh was telling me I gotta scold you, so I'm gonna do it. What's up, Justin? How are you? So Justin, Joe, all you guys are Colorado people. So I know you're probably coming to GigCon, and you're going to come to the town hall. And at the town hall, you guys get to meet Alice. I will introduce you all personally, so you can have a conversation with her and see if any magic can happen. We'll see. What's up, Aaron? How are you? And I don't know if I missed anybody, but yeah. So I don't know. I see that. Let me see. I see Pedro put thumbs up. I see that XLL X Frenzy put thumbs up. Ceci put thumbs up. Because you guys, I did a 720-mile one to Vegas. I mean, they are long runs, but if you think you're able to do it, you do these, man. This is what we're doing in the gig economy. I mean, like, it's a lot of wear, but you got to remember, like Gig Geezer and I have talked about a few times, mileage is a gig worker's best friend. Driving around locally and delivering DoorDash, any insurance company will tell you you're at risk. That that you're more, I can't remember what the exact stats are, but you're way more likely to get into an accident locally than you are on highway miles. Not only that, highway miles are your best friend. Gig Geezer and I talk about this all the time. I mean, you guys have no clue, like, and it buries rideshare. Delivery does okay with write-offs for miles, but it doesn't do great. Rideshare does very good, and last mile does amazing because you can take these long trips and write off every single mile. And you can't take it as the full value of whatever it is now that they let you write off 62 cents, but you take it at about half. Now think about it that way. Take 62 cents, make it 31 on each mile, and just it's invisible money, but it's going to offset your taxes to zero. So think of 31 cents as going against what you might owe in taxes every mile you do. So there's a method to this madness. It works. You guys, I mean, like the people, if you go get a car and again, Geezer and I fully agree on this. And if you trade it in right now, you're very likely to be blown away at what the trade-in value on your car right now is. Like I drive a 2015 RAV4. If I were to sell that through whatever myself for sale by owner, somebody drives by, I make a deal. I'm probably going to get 500 to 1,000 more than the blue book kind of thing on it, and be like, oh, awesome! I made more than I thought. But now when I go try and upgrade to the car I want, it's going to be 3,000 to 4,000 more. And at a lot these days, good luck, because cars during the pandemic were sold off. That's why rental cars are through the roof. Hertz, Avis, all these companies, they sold between 40 and 70% of their lots, and they never refilled them. And it's not because they don't want to now that we're that out of it. It's that they're still that backed up. So let me see. What's up, Bobby? How are you? I feel like I'm losing my voice. Excuse me. In a heartbeat. I'd get my girl and we would head out. Yeah, see, that's the other thing about Curri, you guys, man. Like, I know it, look, if you're full time in the gig economy, a $2,750 paycheck to go to Nashville. I'm not saying go there and spend the whole amount and come back home and not have made any money, but you had a fun vacation. But you could go there and have a couple nice days and still come back and have made really good money after expenses. And again, I keep saying Gig Geezer because I respect his decision on this. I fully eye to eye with him on these. Every time we do a live together, we are right there on the same sync that run your car into the ground. I'm not saying beat it up and take a hammer to it and go beat on it, but upkeep it the best you can, but run it until it's dead. That's the real way to do the gig economy. You run that vehicle till it's dead. You will never, ever, ever get your value out of it to help you more than the miles themselves. It's a fact. Let me see what's up here. For sure, gonna be there. Nice. Yeah, Joe, you're already on. I know so many Joes now on here. But Joe, this is Joe Denver. He's at Joe Wheatridge, but that's Denver. So Joe West Denver. You're gonna be there. So okay, awesome. But you're already on Curri, right? We've talked about this. I get confused because there's Fort Collins Joe too, or not. You're you were Fort Collins, Colorado Joe. Now you're Wheat Ridge Joe, but I also know Colorado Springs Joe. This is where I get confused because Colorado Springs Joe is not on Curri and has been trying for about 8 months. He's never pestered or bothered me, but he just wants to get on. He's been very polite. So I'm always trying to do what I can for people. But yeah, okay. But you're on Curri, I believe. And Red, if you don't take one soon, you ain't going to be on Curri. So I'm going to post a link here in just a second. I do want to mention one other thing, though, too. Correct. And I make so see. Joe's in West Denver. I'm in downtown Denver, little east, heading towards Aurora, but still downtown. But yeah, we're actually, Joe and I are probably, I don't know exactly where it is, but probably 20 miles apart. But yeah, so and then I saw Derek in here earlier too. Mr. DSN, he's also from Denver. Um, I know he wants to do this as well. His buddy is doing it. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys that this is kind of a little tricky story, but it's one you guys should know. So Shipped is owned by Target. CVS operates out of Target stores. Shipped delivered CVS until last week. Now Shipped no longer delivers CVS. The contract for CVS pharmacy is now with Rhodey. I'd been seeing them on Rhodey, and now that's their platform. And by 2024, all CVS pharmacies need to be vacated from Targets. And I just wanted to mention this because I find this immensely interesting because can you imagine all the Target stores with a CVS and all the now all the vacant built like business buildings, not all the buildings that they're doing and building homes and stuff like that. I'm not talking about that right now. I'm talking about all the things that went under during the pandemic, and they're coming back, but we're still seeing vacancies and the big warehouse things. Well, I mean, can you think of all these? Think of how many CVSs are going to need to open their own brick and mortar building. I mean, I just think, to be honest, at first I was like, that's weird, but I think it's a good thing. I think it'll be a good thing for the economy because I think that I think they should come out. I think they should. It'll help. I mean, think of how many targets you have with the CVS. I know not everyone does, but it's going to help a lot. Um, but yeah, so the other one, I'm going to bring Red. You're coming on in a minute, by the way. Just to finish this hour up, but Metrobi. So guys, this was weird. I don't know if you guys know this or if you watched it, but normally when I do interviews with CEOs, it's just me and the CEOs. And there's been 2 times that I've had a CEO. One was for not Buckle, but the other oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank on it. They're both kind of out of commission at the moment, but the other one that was just in Illinois, Stable Insurance, which is just like Buckle, but Stable's been around longer, but they only operate out of Illinois. Both were kind of put on hold for a minute while they were refiguring things out. It has a lot to do with legislation, but we had them on the show, the CEO from Stable on the round table, not me one on one. But we also had we had a last mile app that was launching out of Boston at the time. It was about 8-9 months ago, and they said we're going to grow very quickly, and they laid out the cities. We're going to go to New York, then to Chicago. Then they had all these dreams, and it's great to hear them. It's another thing to watch them play out into fruition. Denver was 7th on the list. Well, guess what? In order, literally, the guy played through the pattern that he said. He launched in the other 6 cities, and now Monday they launched in Denver. So it's Metrobi. I'll put their little brand up for a minute. We'll give them a little plug here. I have not done anything with them though yet. I don't know, but he was a fun guest to have. Um, so this was weird because they did so I got a text on the onboarding that said, click here at 3 p.m. today or tomorrow. And it came out, it was last week. It was like, Monday or Tuesday, click this link at 3 p.m. Mountain Time and watch the introduction to Metrobi. And it was really cool, guys. I think there's something to this. I don't know if every app needs to do it exactly like this, but I think there's something big to this because it was about 5 minutes long. And it's one of the things I think I care about a lot. I was like, this is weird. I've never done one of these before. I mean, there's they don't do it anymore, but there used to be like the Shipped interview. Um, but yeah, so I clicked it, you watch it, and it was actually just like, it wasn't interactive or anything. It was just 5 minutes of them walking you through the app. So they literally just, they took the app. Let me see if I can open it here. So if I go to Metrobi, It says one delivery was available in the last 24 hours, but they just launched Monday. Um, I have taken 0. I don't have a rating yet. But again, I can go and I can see, like, you don't have any deliveries for today. So it's got the good layout, but it walked you through this app, literally not just with a screen recording, but like and it was a professional job, a professional recording of looking at a phone with somebody touching it and going through how to accept and how to like counter. You can counter an offer. So it was really cool because I felt like in that 5 minutes, I learned this app. I haven't even done one yet, but I feel like when one comes through, I'm going to crush it because I saw how to do it. I'm stoked. It's and after the onboarding was done, I got a text saying thank you for attending, and then it said now go to the app. When you launch the app, it will ask you for information. And when I was launching the app before, it was doing the we're not in your area yet. And then this time it said, okay, thank you for watching the orientation video. Please fill in all your information. So I pictures of my car, this, that, the other that I need. And now I'm active. So we'll see. Metrobi is the new one. So Red, so not a lot of time here, just enough time for me to bust on you a little bit. But I'm gonna share this. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna share the link, and you should come. You should come in here because we need to talk, and I want other people to hear this too because they need to. It's important. VP, bro, I'm the president, man. I'm just kidding. Matt Lafferty, I'm just kidding, bro. What's up, Xander? How you doing, man? You guys, by the way, before I put the link in for Red, I got to tell you this. On Thursday, August 3rd, the night before GigCon and everything gets started, Moves is doing a thing here in Denver for some of the creators and stuff. And so the roundtable, everybody's like, well, Gary asked, are you just going to cancel? We've never canceled a roundtable. So what am I doing? I got my podcast mentor, Jason Thierry. Love it when Jason comes on. I'm not going to be here. Jason's going to run it. It's going to be Jason, Nova Dasher, Xander, and Let's Play DoorDash Joe, and John Dash Theory TV, unless by some chance he's able to get up here. We don't think he is, but we're trying. We're twisting John's arm to come up. But yeah, so it'll be them and maybe one other special guest. But it's going to be interesting because none of us are going to be there. Jason and I know each other like we're homies forever. I've known him since I started the website. He had an audio. His audio podcast has been going for about 5.5 years, 6 years. He also has an audio podcast company that if any of you guys are ever interested in doing audio podcasting and you have a little money to spend and you just like Pedro, he owns Hey Guys Media Group in Grand Rapids. And if you ever look at Jason's podcast room, if you've ever seen it, it is literally a Joe Rogan room. He has a legitimate podcasting room. Now, that's not where yours would be done from, but I have referred people to Jason before for Hey Guys Media Group, and they have come out just thrilled with the work he's done for the amount of money he's done it for. But he can set up your podcast, he can get it going, he can do the first certain number of episodes, remaster them, not remaster them, show you how he's doing it, get the flow down, then teach you it. And you could be doing it on your own, or he has a small monthly service charge where he turns it into stuff for you. And he's an audiophile, which I love because I'm in production. I work with these types all the time. Jason is anal about audio. So, like how we hear a lot of streams with crackle and stuff, he won't deal with that crap at all. Like if you ever watch his live streams, he'll be like, dude, leave because your sound sucks. But so Red, you ready? Boom. Get in here. How much do these apps pay you? You mean when I work them or like when I pitch them? Just kidding. You know, it's my affiliation with them is I don't do referral links and stuff like that. I like to do promotional stuff with people. I love that. So, um, yeah, I mean, I've definitely worked with a lot of companies, but nowadays I don't get a payment from Curry. I work exclusive with Pairworks. So what I do for Curry is just out of how awesome it's been to me. No. What's up, Red?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm not meaning to bust on you too hard.
It's okay. You can bust away. I put my curry hat on for the whooping I'm about to get so I can screen record and send it to Jesse later to be like, I was doing my curry job.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I know that Josh has told you too. You got to do one. I know that you see some
Oh,
that are not good, but you got to do one. Just do it.
listen, Linda. The one I saw,
Don't call me Linda.
the one I saw today was I would have had to travel 40 miles west,
Okay.
then go 91 miles east with the package, and then it would have been about another 40 miles to get back. It would have been like 200 miles.
For
It
how
was not
much?
no bueno.
For how much?
$98.
I would have done it. If I was you, only because I'm telling you, Curry is not like the other apps, and the other apps are failing. You don't want to get a soft deactivation. You know, just
Yeah,
do the
I
when
know.
you do the one, you'll see 3 tomorrow. And if you do one of
Oh,
those,
really?
you'll see 6 the next day. Yes. They actually
Yeah.
they're throwing you one like, "Hey, are you ready?" Like it's
Oh,
like I'll compare it to when I worked for the laser company. They didn't have me go work corporate jobs or world tours for about a year and a half. They had me working like carnival, I mean not carnivals, but like carnival type sideshows. And I was an assistant because I needed to learn how to do it. And I'm not saying
right.
it like that, totally like that, but they want to make sure, like, hey, are you going
Yeah.
to do this class and service? Um, one of their biggest deactivation things, it's actually one of the only things they deactivate for, is that a lot of drivers get caught. This is how stupid some people are. I don't care like how your lifestyle is, but there are some drivers that sit at the pickup locations in their car and smoke weed, and they're on
Oh,
camera.
yeah.
I swear, Alice, I went out to lunch with Alice probably 2 months ago, and when we were at lunch, she's like, "We had to deactivate like 10 people last week, and like 3 of them were arguing. Oh, that's BS, and you don't have the right to accuse me." And they literally sent them the footage.
Wow.
They're like, "So you're not smoking weed here with that big bowl?" And
Yeah.
it's and they're like, "Sorry." They're like, "You're deactivated. That's why." But I mean, they are looking. What they really want is good drivers. They don't want a churn rate.
Yeah.
They don't so they wanna see you work one, and yeah, some of them, they are building out your area still. I told Josh today there's 2 major players coming to your market in mid-August, you know? So, there's gonna be more growing offers, and I think we can all agree that, the apps are taking a beating right now.
Yeah.
I mean, just in general, I don't even care what your favorite one is. The apps are taking a beating, and I don't know. You're active. I know people who would kill to be active.
I know. I know. I know. I know. I know.
I mean, is that, and I know that's not the only one you've seen though. Just take
No,
one. Even if it's a short, stupid one that doesn't make sense. Just do that one.
there was one last week that I should have taken. I was watching it. Yeah, that one. I do kick myself for that one, but pretty much that one I saw last week was the only like kind of good one for me. A lot of them were like far away from me and going like to New Jersey and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm a fan of the long ones, but and the long offers will become better after you do one.
Okay.
So I'm telling you, and I think Josh has told you too that I mean, just do one. I'm telling you, once you
Yeah.
do one, then they really right now they're like, yeah, Red's active. Let's see her do one. And as soon as you do, then they're like, now Red's active.
All right. I asked Jesse. I asked Jesse to send me ones from Sherwin-Williams right across the street from my house. He hasn't done it yet.
Well, yeah, Jesse's logistical. He can't. That's Savak's game. But regardless, he couldn't send it directly to you
I
anyway.
know.
But just take something.
Okay, I will. I will.
mean-
Yeah. Well, here's another thing too. A lot of the times when I see it, it's already taken. I do not, and Jesse looked at my phone to make sure it was all set up correctly, and it is. I do not get an audio alert. I almost
Yes.
never get a
You're on
visual
Android.
alert. Yes.
Okay, so have you asked Jesse about that? Because Tim Gigwise in St. Louis, he had the same issue, and I put him in touch with Jesse. And Jesse said, yeah, we're having a little issue with that.
Yeah.
They are working on it. So
yeah, in fact, I'm gonna go to my provider and get an iPhone because Josh swears that the apps for him that are like first come first serve, that on the iPhone the alerts are much faster.
Yeah. I don't want Gary to hear it, but I would agree with Josh.
Yeah. Well, I have multiple devices, so and I
but at
think
the same time, even if you don't do that right away, you should at least, because I know you should contact Jesse and say, hey, listen, because of the alerts, they don't make a sound either, right? That's one of the issues. So because that was Tim was telling me, he's like, I've changed everything. I can't get any noise out of it at all. So that's not supposed to be happening. Maybe just let Jesse know and say, hey, can you reset my 90 days at least? Because I'm trying to grab an offer.
Okay, I'll do that. I will text him as soon as we get off.
Yeah. But then don't wait another 90 days.
Yeah. But Jesse is fully aware because he himself.
He is. He's an Android guy.
He played with my phone and was like, nah, Red, you have it all set up properly.
But he now knows. This was a week ago. I put him and Tim in touch.
And
when I put them in touch, Jesse's like, yeah, I know about that problem. And then they went off and talked. Now they're talking together. So I don't know exactly how far, but he acknowledged it in the group text where I was introing Tim. So he was like, yeah, I have an Android. I'm experiencing the same thing. And others are as well. So whenever there's a problem with Curri, they're always on it. So
okay, I will text Jesse as soon as we're done here and ask him to reset my 90 days because of the alert issue.
Yeah. So that's it, guys. That's the hour. Thank you, Red, for joining me. I just needed to scold you. You're
welcome. Thanks for retrieving my flashlights and taking care of them. And
yeah, so by the way, they came in they're in 4, what is it, 100 or something?
Yeah.
So it came in 4 plastic levels, so it's 25 a level, and it looks like 5 or 6 were missing from one because the box was tore open on the corner.
Okay.
At first I was like, dude, how many of these are going to be screwed up? I didn't want to open your box, but because it was ripped, I looked in there and half of them were turned on. So I went in there, I ripped the box open, turned them all off.
Thank you.
What the hell, dude?
So it's less than 100 of them?
By 4 or 5 maybe.
All right.
I mean, I wouldn't even bother contacting them, and they all work, and they're all really bright. They're good.
Good.
Yeah. So don't worry about it. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't contact them over the few lost. It looks like the box just got ripped, but
yeah, well, I really can't complain anyway because that first package I guess it got returned to them and they replaced that, no charge, no questions asked.
Yeah. Well, it never got here, so I would hope so.
Yeah.
It's their job to get it to me, so. But it's put away for you. I got it.
Thank you.
We good. And yeah, I'll see you. I'll see you in 23 days, 22 days.
What's today? Today's Wednesday?
Yeah, if you're coming in Thursday night for...
No, I'm coming in Wednesday. I land
I'll see you in 21 days.
11 a.m. I land at 11 a.m.
Okay. Well, I'll see you in 21 days. Looking forward to it.
Thanks for the scolding.
Yeah, I'm sorry I had to. I know people who would literally murder you for your Curri account. So it's
I
I gotta say
know.
something.
And like she's got Curri and she's going, no, no, no.
And by the way, guys, just before I sign us off here, in case you're not familiar, Red, Gig Wars, Gary's involved with Gig Wars Middleton, and check out her app. It's on both. It's on iOS. It's on Play Store for Google. I don't know.
Oh,
What's the
well,
quick pitch, Red?
yeah, since you brought it up, give me 30 seconds. So, Gary has been working very hard on making a Teams function within the app. It was approved. It is live. So this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the Team Wars feature is going to be streamed live. Gig Wars official team, I have 4 drivers and myself are going to war against the rideshare garage. Vinny Cuz, the leader over there, so he selected 4 drivers. I have 4 delivery drivers, 1 rideshare. They have 4 rideshare, 1 delivery driver. War starts at 12:01 Friday, 12:01 Eastern time Friday, and ends at 6 a.m. Monday. And we're just going to see who makes the most and put this new feature to the test.
So rideshare versus Gig Wars. So rideshare versus kind of delivery, but I think you guys have one.
We each
Maybe.
have 1 and 1.
Oh, you have a rideshare driver. They
I
have a
have
delivery.
1 rideshare driver and he has 1 delivery driver. Yep.
And do they both multi-app into the other space too? Like not just if the rideshare, not just Lyft, Uber, but do they do delivery too, or are they just a rideshare?
His drivers are
No, you're
all.
the rideshare guy you have.
Oh no, he strictly, and he's only 1 app. He's
Okay.
only Lyft. But
Okay.
all of my drivers all my delivery drivers are multi-appers. Each is a top dasher with an LOP account. So come on, Tony, send us lots of loppers this weekend.
And you guys, I already told Red this, but I downloaded the Gig Wars app. I mean, I went in and I think I put my name and my info and stuff in, but
Uh-huh.
I have not done anything to it. I'm not gonna until after this August event. But all of you, if you don't have it, should download it. I mean, you guys, it's just, I mean, even if it's nothing more than just to, look, the apps gamify us. This allows us to have a little fun with it. Is how I
Absolutely.
see it, and maybe even push your limits a little bit. Not push your limits of safety, not at all,
Correct. Yeah.
but push your limits of having a little more fun and maybe a better attitude.
I can tell you that whenever we've had a war, those people always leave that war making more money than they typically do.
But I mean, and they have more fun though too.
Oh, absolutely. Well, that's it. Yeah, because you've got the teamwork, we're talking to each other on a live stream, we're supporting each other. We're like, yeah, take that order. And yeah, it just makes your day that much more fun.
Yeah.
And
So I don't know.
you
I
make
think
new
anything that
friends.
adds something cool like that is good. Like you guys go try it. Just give it a try.
Yeah,
No
so
harm,
it's
no
on
foul.
it's on Apple, the Apple Store, and the Google Play Store.
Yeah. And then you can check out Gig Wars official channel and they're
Mhm.
live. In fact, I get a little confused sometimes at the nighttime one when it's just the scoreboard because I'm like, wait, no, I always get thrown off by this.
Well, yeah, it is just a scoreboard, but like eventually, like as we grow, we'll have people in other countries, well, you are West Coast, different time zones who will be up there. Like I have the premium StreamYard that has like 10
Yeah.
slots. So as I find people who are out working and I can trust, I will give them the power to manage the StreamYard to let people up and where they can communicate with each other. I
Yeah.
clearly can't be there
I
all
only
the
meant
time.
at the late hours.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like when it's like I'm talking 1, 2 a.m. when
Mm-hmm.
it's just and it used to be, I guess, even weirder because it was just Sam Lee. That's
He loved being up there just talking and, his random thoughts.
Right. But now, yeah. So, I mean, I'm in the day, there's usually 4 or 5 drivers in there. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I
And
don't know. Even if you guys are just download it and then you go watch it on the channel, I think you'll get motivated to even go, oh, I'm going to try this. Hold on.
yeah, do that. Download the app, subscribe to the channel, hang out with us in the chat. You don't have to hop on panel. If you do, even better. If you've got a question, there's almost always somebody either on that panel or in that chat who either has the answer or who can get the answer for you like
Yeah.
that.
Yep. So even you guys do it, just do it to help out the community. Do it to help out Red, even if you're never going to use it. Just download it. You can even, I mean, I don't want to promote it this way because you should try it, but download it. Put it on your phone. Do favors for each other, because the more downloads, the better. The faster it grows. And
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
yeah,
I can tell you that it's free. The app is free.
Well, yeah.
There is a paid version which has other features, but for the most part, even the free people can do everything on there.
Right. I mean, at least out of the gate, the free
Yeah.
version's all you need. But
Yeah.
but you'll see what the paid version gets you. And if you really get into this, I don't know. As I've noticed, like I'm seeing more positive faces from the drivers when I go to your stream. Normally, like if it's just you and like no stream and you're in your car and you're like, stupid apps,
Yeah.
like, pissy day. Like at least people are, even in a bad day, are smiling.
Yeah. Yeah. And don't get me wrong. I mean, we get our bad, like I put myself on timeout sometimes. I'm like, you guys don't even want to hear me right now. I'm just in this shitty mood. I'll be back.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm gone for 10 minutes, where if I didn't have that, I probably would take my ball and go home and be like, fuck that. I'm not doing this today. But yeah, no, it's really great. I think it's really great. And I think that, everybody should give it a try.
I do too. You guys, I mean, like, if nothing else, it just adds a level of like coworkers almost.
Well, yeah, for me,
I mean,
I know
we're not workers and we're not doing, but
I said once somewhere that, like I'm so busy, I don't have a lot of time to watch videos, but the live streams, they're my favorite. Because to me, it's almost like being at work at the water cooler or the lunchroom. It's my social time with my coworkers, the live streams, So that's basically what my channel is. It's social hour for the gig workers, 24/7.
Yeah. So download Gig Wars, check into Last Mile apps, and next week I'm talking about only website Last Mile apps. They don't have apps, so it's weird. They're not apps because they're websites for Last Mile courier services. But you have to find the websites and go to them. I already found them for you. I will be sharing them all with you. I have about 11. And they're not just ones I found. They're 11 that actually can earn money. It depends on your market. So
that sounds cool.
I haven't activated them all, but right now I have activated about 17 Last Mile apps. So that's more than rideshare, food delivery, and shopping apps all put together that are out there. And there's probably 3 times more. Last Mile is huge. So check into it, you guys. There's a lot of apps out there, and we'll see you back here next week. Thanks, Red, for joining.
You're welcome. And so my final word is going to be that my promise to you is, unless no curries hit my phone between now and when I see your eyeballs, I will take a curry order.
Yeah, just take one. I'm telling you, think that it'll change. You'll see the landscape change. You'll see more orders. You'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I will call you when I'm done.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you back here next week and tomorrow night on the roundtable. Peace.
All right. See you, Steve.